welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Barf Hoffmeyer, and joining me are two people who know better than to battle alien symbiotes. It's Megan Hoffmeyer and Adam Hodgins.
How you doing, Mark? How you doing, Megan?
Oh, we know better. We know to team up with them.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Now, before we go into any of this,
yeah,
can we agree that this is a fantastic movie, and I'm not going to bash this movie at all. However, I felt they said the word symbiote weird in this movie. Like, is it not pronounced symbiote?
Yeah, it's a symbiote. Symbiote.
Right, but see, I feel they said symbiote, and I think it's pronounced symbiote.
Symbiote?
Symbiote.
We're going to have to Google pronunciation that later.
Yeah.
We might, because I felt the whole movie, it was just like, would that guy say it properly?
Now, after listening, so Megan and I stayed up to about midnight last night. We watched the picture trivia version of Venom, and then we read every single interview we could possibly find, and I have 6 pages of notes in front of me.
Wait, I want the credit for the interviews.
Megan found the interviews. I found the, behind the scenes kind of facts. And, where was I getting at? What I read, though, about Tom Hardy is that he just kind of shows up on set and does what he wants, and everyone just kind of had to deal with him. So if he did say symbiote wrongly, no one was going to correct him.
I saw that.
Well, he didn't say it.
He said parasite.
Yeah, he said parasite. It was the leader of the Life Foundation there.
Riz Ahmed.
Mr. Sweater?
Yes.
Mr.
Sweater. He kept saying it weird, and I was just like...
He did have a pronunciation thing going on. I can see that. Or what about the alternative pronunciation of symbiote?
Symbiote? Symbiote! Hey! Now, I'm a little...
Symbiosis he kept saying differently too, right?
It's all over the place. I mean, he's a billionaire. You can't correct a billionaire, because they're never wrong.
It's true. That's why you guys have that president.
Yeah, and if not, he'll just leave you in rooms with gooey creatures.
Right? That guy... He was, passive-aggressively ruthless.
Yeah. Now, before we go too much further into this, I just want to let you guys know that I'm very disappointed in the both of you.
Great way to start the pod. Go ahead.
Now, I opened up the podcast saying that I'm Mark Barf Hoffmeyer.
I held myself back from saying ew.
And nobody commented on that.
Well, so here's the thing.
I live with you. I know you're weird.
I didn't know if it was like a pet name that your wife had. I didn't know if it was like you guys were being coyly, subtly romantic over there.
Well, when Megan and I are out
Adam,
at
this
IKEA,
is a typical Monday night.
When we're out at IKEA,
I get it.
She just yells barf, and then I'm like,
right.
And then people are like, not in here. This is an IKEA. That's a Spaceballs quote. I love that movie. So I figured since the gooey glops, their names are Riot, Carnage, Venom. If I bonded with a symbiote, it would be called symbiote. It would be called Barf. Barf the symbiote. Because they're all one word.
Right.
And Barf is kind of like the Biff or like the Rodney Dangerfield of symbiotes. So he's not disliked like Venom is, because he's kind of a loser. He's more of like...
Venom is kind of a loser. Yeah. Best line in the movie.
Yeah, best line in the movie.
Brilliant.
And when that caught me off... Like you. That caught me off guard, and we love that. But Barf is like the guy that people don't... He's not a loser, but people are just like... He's kind of bad news. Like, you don't want to get into you don't want to invest in car washes with Barf.
Right. I get that.
You've really been on those car washes thing.
I have been. You're gonna get fleeced if you invest in intergalactic car wash with Barf. You're going broke. You're losing all your DeLorean chips. But he and I would work together well. So I'm asking you guys, if you had a one-word symbiote that you could bond with, what would you pick?
Adam, you're really missing out on experience here. I can watch Mark thinking of this story as he's saying it, just coming up with things. It's all over his face.
This is improv right now, by the way.
So I would say my symbiote name would be Irritant.
Irritant?
Because I think the symbiote kind of turns you up to 11, right? It takes you whoever you are and turns you up to 11.
Or it makes 10 louder.
Right. Yeah, maybe just takes it to 11. But I need to keep myself in check when I'm at parties, that I'm not like the guy talking all the time.
Yeah.
Because I have a ton of great, much like yourself, Mark, ton of great stories, lots of stuff to say.
We have good bits.
We got bits, and so I need to be very conscious that okay, there's 8 other people here in the room. Give them some time. Like, don't dominate the conversation. And it's a thing when I was younger I wasn't aware of, and I had to kind of like mature into that. But I feel when it's symbiote mode, that would go out the window. I don't think I'd be physically imposing. I don't think that I'd be like very like strong or scary, but I just think I'd be, oh, that guy's at the party. Dang. Like, I think it'd be a real bummer if I showed up at a party with my symbiote.
And you're just everyone's stories, you bring it back to yourself?
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
Conversational narcissism?
Yeah, conversational narcissism.
That's your secret talent.
Yeah. You're just...
So, to be fair, in when Mark mentioned investing in a, like, car wash, I had a story where someone tried to get me to invest in their car wash, and I was like, no, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
Oh, wow. This has come full circle. You have to tell us now, because he read an article about this maybe a month ago, and it's all he mentions in his stories now.
Yeah.
So, well, I used to be, before I was working at a church, I used to like run an automotive repair shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was some sketchy stuff went down with a owner of it. And then so he got thrown out by the franchisee from Ottawa, the nation's capital. And then he opened a car wash, and then he came to me and he's like, I'll make you a full partner. And he had like all these like this Keynesian scheme to like enter into business with him as a car wash owner. And so I hard node that. And then 6 months later he was out of business. Like, he got like the CRA found him and stuff. It was pretty nuts.
Never invest in car washes.
No, they're the opposite of a banana stand.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah. So what about you, Meg? What's your symbiote?
I'm gonna go with Dalek, because there's nothing more fearsome and fear-inspiring than a shiny, adorable tin can of hate with an alien in it.
Oh my gosh. So wait, this Dalek would be blue, and it would go into you, and you would just exterminate people?
It would be awesome.
So I want to say that you might be my daughter's favorite person.
I'm fine with that.
Because today she said that Venom is her all-time favorite movie. It's almost as good as her favorite show, Doctor Who.
Oh my gosh.
I love Doctor Who.
We're all about that. We got pop. We have like a bunch of Dalek pops right behind me, like 4 of them. Yeah.
So my daughter's 8, and this was her Doctor Who year. So we're watching it chronologically. So we're right in the middle of the Matt Smith run right now. And so for Christmas, it was me trying to find Doctor Who stuff for her. And up in Canada, there's not too much of it. So I had to it could have been a Jingle All the Way style movie of me trying to find Daleks and doctors for her.
Well, if you ever need something,
yeah, you should ask Mark.
Yeah, just let us know. We'll get you whatever you need.
All right.
Tonight I'll smuggle across the border.
Tonight we built out of popsicle sticks a TARDIS for her Doctor Who figures. So that's where we're at right now in our life.
So I took the 6-inch Funko TARDIS before there was a Clara TARDIS. I don't know if you've gotten this far. And painted it with the full flowers and photo and everything on the front of it, because I love that version of the TARDIS. Now, of course, there is one, but mine was pretty big on Reddit.
Yeah, that's right. It blew up.
Oh, one of the originals. That's good.
All right, so I'm glad we got Dalek, Barf, and Irritant. And one's a straight up killer.
That's the nuclear missile code for everyone.
Dalek, Barf, Irritant.
That's Captain America: Civil War right there.
They'll never guess it.
Those are the words you say to the Winter Soldier.
You know what? I think the 3 of us could really get people to invest in car washes. You would just talk them out. I would be like, come on, do it. And Megan would just be like, if you don't do it, I'm going to eat your head.
You know how I would, here's what we do. In the world where I have the symbiote Irritant and I'm just like the irritating guy at a party, I open a car wash across the road from yours. Not to wash any cars, but just to send the business your way.
Ooh. And then, so yours will be just basic. And then mine will have all the fancy add-ons and everything.
I'm going to scratch cars. I'm going to steal iPods. It is not a place to take your car. But really, I'm in business with you, but I'm just being the irritating guy across the road that sends things your way on purpose.
And when our car wash goes out and we lose all of our money eventually, even with your scheme, no one wants to mess with Dalek because it's a giant 9-foot symbiote that just wants to blow people up.
Right.
We're in it.
I'm very interested in the Dalek symbiote. Like, is it connected? Is it merged with like you and your cell phone? So there's like a mechanical. I think there's room to grow with that, to explore that.
Yeah, we need to look into this.
It would definitely be the Davros Dalek because he's black, and that would look cool.
Oh yeah, like Venom. Oh, you wouldn't be the gold one?
I mean, there's so many different colors. There's the ballerina Dalek that everybody wants to be, but this is cooler.
I'd be the barf colored one.
The Dalek I got my daughter for Christmas was the black one. That was the one we found for her.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we've got that one, and we've got the one where the black one is open and you can see him inside of it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We also got the Dalek Yahtzee.
Ooh, oh, I got that too.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, one of my people I worked with at Comic-Cons for a long time bought me one.
Yeah.
No, it's mine.
So we got that.
Oh, it's Megan's. Bought Megan one.
So we had to play Yahtzee with it, but it's known as the Supreme Dalek when they're fighting the Doctors.
Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. All right, so you want to hear something interesting about Venom?
I do.
Tell us.
The budget was $100 million, right?
Oh,
that's not much, and
that's
it made
nothing.
$855 million worldwide.
I'd say their ROI is pretty good.
Yeah.
No, this is a better investment than a car wash. Was Venom.
Step one, hire Tom Hardy.
That's right.
So again, I think Tom Hardy is like this generation's Clint Eastwood.
That's interesting.
And he plays a certain character. Like if you look at every role Eastwood has, he plays a guy who's got like something going on in his past that's made him surly. He has authority, but there's definitely somebody above him. So he's got like, he'll be a detective, but he's got like a chief above him. So he's got some authority, but not all the authority. And he's always like fighting the system to make his job make sense. Like every movie is essentially a version of Dirty Harry, whether he's a baseball scout or he's like a radio disc jockey. There's something like that going on, but he just shows up. He just does his Clint Eastwood thing. People act around him, and then he goes home, and the movies make $1 billion.
Yes, and I I shouldn't give it away, but I got something coming out in May, hopefully, or May or June with Rotten Tomatoes, and you'll hear some good news about Clint Eastwood.
All right.
If it gets picked up.
I think Tom Hardy's the same way, because you hear he just goes and does his own thing. And the same thing was with like Mad Max. He's like, I just went there and just did. I don't know what that movie's going to be. Like it's going to be a wreck. But everything he does just turns out to be gold.
Yeah, I saw a quote about him by one of the coworkers, and I think they called him immersive. They set up the scenes, they've got the script and everything. The idea isn't to improv. They do the scripted version first, but then he likes to see what's around him and then do a take based on what he gets cues from in the atmosphere.
So I feel like the restaurant scene where he's like eating steak and stuff, like I feel like that was all him reacting to things.
100%.
Yes. And I think he and the director and the visual effects guy all talk about that one. It's a fan favorite, the getting in the lobster tank. So you want to hear something fun about the lobster tank?
Yeah.
100%.
All right. So the lobsters. Shoot, I have to find it. I have so many notes.
I just thought he's cool. He cooled down inside the lobster tank. I love that.
So the lobster tank was part of the set design, but it wasn't meant for him to get in. And he had this whole inspiration when he was there that he was going to get in it. So overnight, the production staff had to steel mesh and reinforce the tank so it could take a human being inside of it. And then they did one take with real lobsters in the tank. And then all the other ones, especially where he bit the lobster, those were candy-coated marshmallow with chocolate syrup.
What?
Oh.
What a data drop.
That already, Megan's my favorite person.
I've got more.
Because when he bites into that lobster, all I could think about was Castaway when Tom Hanks bit into that crab and the uncooked crab meat just kind of oozed out and he couldn't eat it.
Yep.
And so I was just like, oh, like it was so visceral, that level where he bit that lobster, that it to me is the most disturbing scene in the movie. That's just that second he bites into it. But now that he's just eating marshmallow, I'm like, pass me a lobster there, Tommy.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh, this is good. He's really into it.
And what I love most about Tom Hardy is you could tell that he loved being on this movie. And when I first watched this movie, I did my thoughts that I normally do for it. And someone messaged me who was in Atlanta, and they said that they worked with him on this, and they said that he was just so excited to be Venom. And I found this quote from him from Screen Rant where he's just like, I have to say, being a part of this movie and playing Venom is truly a dream come true for me. Because to be brutally honest, I was looking to do a movie initially my son could watch. It appealed massively to me because he's one of my favorite characters, and I chased after this movie both for me and for my son. And you can see that in every second of his performance in this movie.
So that's exactly like almost verbatim what Dennis Quaid said about being in G.I. Joe.
Really?
Was that he wanted to do it so his son could see his dad in G.I. Joe.
And that's why he cut. So, Gar, finish.
No,
sorry.
I was going to say, and that's why he's like, in those G.I. Joe scenes, he's like, send out the sharks. And he's just like chewing the scenery. It's because I feel like he's acting for the audience of his son.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that sounds exactly what Tom Hardy's doing in this?
100%. Sorry, Megan, what were you going to say?
Didn't Gary Oldman do the voice of Master Chief on the video games so his kids would hear his voice playing video games?
Yeah, Gary Oldman. And now his kids' friends think he's like the coolest dad in the world.
Right.
And this movie, I don't know if you remember this, it got a lot of negative press in the beginning. Critics didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Audiences loved it, of course. But Tom Hardy, he was quoted as saying that his favorite bits of the movie were cut out. And it spread everywhere. But then he clarified and he said, we stuck with the script because we had to. But then we would go off on about 7 hours of tangents where I was just freestyling, talking to Venom. And he's like, nobody would want to watch that. The studio knew what they were doing. But me as a person, I would watch 8 hours of me dealing with Venom. So that's what those comments meant.
I believe, and I said this to my friend Phil, who went, my son and my friend Phil and I went and watched this in the theater during my daughter's birthday party. So we took all the guys and we went out. And on the way home, I said, I would watch a television show of this story with no visual effects, just Tom Hardy talking to Venom.
That's some of the best parts. That one scene where Venom goes hungry or food and he goes, huh? Yep. Just on the street and he freaks out. I love the two of them together. I don't know how they did it, but I just loved these two so much.
So Ruben Fleischer, the director, actually said that they got a lot of inspiration wanting it to be sort of buddy comedy. And they got inspiration from 48 Hours and Midnight Run and then the whole horror comedy aspect of American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
You could see American Werewolf in London with the horror comedy.
Yeah. See, I, watching this, was reminded of not 48 Hours, but Lethal Weapon, the whole Riggs and Murtaugh buddy cop thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of like what's going on right now. We got the crazy new guy.
Who just wants to bite heads off.
Who just wants to bite people's heads off. Really conflicting with like the run-of-the-mill kind of like, I got to get my facts right and do my job, Eddie Brock.
Yeah. Do you think that Eddie Brock was a good investigative journalist?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the Eddie Brock show to say. Like we got a little bit of the montage there, but we didn't really get any segments of it. I know that he's a slave to the truth. But I don't know.
So once he learned the truth, shadily, he learns the truth kind of shadily.
Oh no, that's a bad moment. That's the beginning of the character arc of like, hey, Eddie isn't a great guy right now, because first off, he's engaged to this girl, therefore that he needs to put her well-being ahead of his, and instead they have their romantic bedroom time, and there's a moment. So the way they cut it, so my son is 10, and we're in the theater, and it's a packed theater, and they're kissing, and then it cuts to black, and then they're in bed. He gets up and he gets a drink of orange juice, and my son yells out in the theater, he's thirsty from all that kissing. And the place erupts.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like the funniest moment of the movie was that. But then he just goes and hacks into her computer and starts stealing definitely watermarked confidential files.
That can easily be traced back to her.
Oh, there's no way they can't be traced back to her.
Yeah, even if he hadn't gotten in trouble with work and been fired and she was exposed, even if things had turned out all right there, she still definitely would have broken up with him.
Yeah. That's right, because you got to trust the person you're with, right? And that's not what's happening right now.
Can we rewind just 1 second? I want to talk about when the symbiote comes to Earth.
Yep.
And so we're reading a lot of interviews, and a lot of these people, for some reason, they're like, oh, we watched Venom. It's not a great movie, but it made a lot of money and it's fun. Almost 70% of the articles say, we don't really like it, but it's good. It's fun. See, but I beg to differ, because the beginning of this movie, the symbiote crashes, right? It gets with the EMTs on the ambulance, and it takes over the other woman and it flips. So there's no dialogue, there's no telling, there's no expository dialogue. You just see the thing busting through a metal top of the ambulance, and then it's walking with a broken shin bone that just reforms back into it. So in a 30-second scene...
That part makes me shiver every time.
That's a good scene. And you just know that it can go into somebody else, it can bust through metal, and it can repair itself. With zero dialogue, it does this. That's good writing. That's good filmmaking.
Well,
it really is. Now, I will say... Sorry, Megan, go ahead.
Oh, no. In an interview with Collider, Ruben said he wanted the movie to start with a bang.
Yeah, it does.
With an actual bang.
Now, I was watching it, and I said, I feel like I've seen this before. When they have like the symbiote possessed people and they keep changing bodies, and it's like 6 months later, and eventually the zombie walking people come to San Francisco. And it was bothering me, and then it dawned on me today watching it again. They kind of did that bit in the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie with the
oh my gosh,
sphere.
Yeah. But I love Constantine, so I'm down.
No, that movie was another one of these ones that everybody hated it.
I love that. I think it looks beautiful, Constantine.
Oh, it's great.
Watch out, he's going to pull you into a podcast on Constantine.
I was just trying to get Megan to do one with me.
Oh, yeah. I would be all about that.
All right, well, we'll do that after Peter Rabbit.
Reunion podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
But
this is the greatest thing.
So we've watched this movie 3 times since December 22nd. And I want to watch it again. I don't know. So, if you think about this movie, it takes about 40 minutes for Venom to get going.
Yeah.
But I don't really mind those beginning. You have Michelle Williams. You have Riz Ahmed. You have Jenny Slate. You have good actors. Tom Hardy. I love that scene where that guy's like, Tom Hardy's going back to his apartment and this rocker plays music real loud and Tom Hardy just hulks out. Here's
the question.
Yeah.
Do you think he was playing music really loud, or do you think he was playing his guitar really loud?
Oh, it was his guitar really loud.
Yeah, I never saw. I was a guitar player when I saw that scene. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to show any sweet guitars, and then they didn't, and I was like, oh, but I always imagined he was just wailing on his guitar. It wasn't just like a CD.
Just being a jerk. But the problem is, Tom Hardy in this movie could have wiped out that guy. Not with Venom.
That's the thing. Tom Hardy himself was like pretty boss. He could have taken down Riot.
He's a bulldog. If he gets a hold of your leg, he's not letting go.
No.
I don't know why he's biting your leg, but still, like I've seen Warrior.
He goes all in on his performances. Maybe he felt inspired in the moment.
Yeah, I just love that this movie has so much personality. I think that's why. All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp was my favorite 2018 superhero movie, but Venom's number 2, just because they have so much personality to them. They're just weird. They're not like what you'd expect.
So I put Venom in a weird category, and so as a kid, I was like a comic book fan, and then I think Venom was the first cool character that kind of bridged over from like, oh, you can be like a cool kid and still like this character Venom. Remember when Maximum Carnage came out for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo?
No, I never played that.
It was like a game that came out in grade 7, and it really bridged that gap. But Venom is just like this really cool, rich kind of character that is attached to Spider-Man, like at the hip.
Oh, doesn't Spider-Man kind of control it because he's good?
Well, yeah, he can kind of controls it, but then the symbiote takes some of his spider powers. But the two of them, there's no Venom without Spider-Man. So we were only going to get one solo Venom movie ever, and it had to be good. And this movie just pulled off a magic trick. I look at I put him in the same categories like Jonah Hex. And so Jonah Hex is like one of my favorite comic book characters. And we got one kick at the cat with the Josh Brolin movie, which was just, you can't even watch it. It makes no sense.
It's not a movie.
It's not painful. A movie. It's parts of movies.
Yeah. And with a very sweaty John Malkovich.
We will never get another Jonah Hex movie.
Never.
Like, he's not like, oh, well, Superman, like, I guess the Brandon Routh one wasn't so great, but we'll try it again. They're never going to re-roll the dice on Jonah Hex. So if this movie didn't succeed, we were never going to get another Venom movie. But it did such a great job. Like, we're going to get 1,000 of them.
I hope that. I wonder if Ruben Fleischer's going to come back, because right now he's not attached to it at all.
Yeah, he hasn't said, but Tom Hardy's signed on for 2 more.
2 more?
2 more.
Because if you think about it, this one was really good. So it made $855 million. Sequels normally tend to make about the same, or just a little bit more, depending. Like Marvel sequels, especially Marvel sequels kind of make more.
Right.
So if this one, let's say the next one's bad, it's like it's okay. It'll make $600 million.
Right.
And then that's enough for a third one to right the ship. So it's like, if one messed up, we didn't get any more. But if one is good enough for sequels, we could possibly get 2.
I mean, there are lots of perfectly passable franchises out there that just keep making movies and making a ton of money. Like the Jurassic movies. And, I mean, I love the Fast movies, but they're not quality cinema. And they keep making a ton of money.
Yeah. Like they're cool.
Like a weird amount of money, right?
Like $1.3 billion.
Yeah.
But you're completely right about saying that you were only going to get one Venom movie. I read a quote from Sam Raimi, who did Spider-Man 3, and he said that an article about him said he was not able to find the humanity in the character, and he claims that's because the producers forced him to add in Venom. And then after that, that's why this Venom went through so much like back and forth on production, because they were trying to make it fit, make it right, and then Ruben was able to actually give him a heart and a personality and something fun. He had more humanity that people could connect with, and it wasn't just that bad side of Spider-Man.
Got it.
So he's his own character.
And he's likable, right? He's the loser on his planet. He's likes Anne. He wants to get her back. He's loyal to Eddie.
To me, he's like the friend of the guy who wants to date the girl, and so he's like this awkward, like lovable third wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You like belong he's kind of like
Annie. Yeah, like the nerdy guy from the Wonder Years who was just there along with Fred Savage and Winnie. Like, he's just that guy. Now, this also has a weird place where the Sony Marvel deal is weird, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like Spider-Man is a Sony property, but they're like in cahoots with the Marvel Cinematic Universe to kind of share that character. And Venom is with Sony because he's a part of the Spider-Man deal and not. So it's, where does that line get blurred? And I think that he would fit nicely in a Thor movie. Like,
I agree.
Oh,
the Adventures of Thor and Venom.
Oh my God. And with Taika Waititi back?
Right.
Just dealing with Tom Hardy?
So did you guys see anything out there when you were looking up stuff about the movie about how there's this whole rom-com vibe that they recut the trailer before the DVD came out for Christmas as a rom-com?
Between Venom?
I read that. I didn't see it, but I heard, like, I read the article about that.
Well, they took a step further and they took on Weibo, which is Chinese Twitter, essentially. They took a comic from somebody. They didn't say if it was made by the studio or if it was appropriated from someone, but they marketed it in China as Venom is the perfect boyfriend. And there's this, I'll have to show it to you. I'll show it to you later, but there's these 4 drawings of Venom as a selfie stick for the girl, Venom as an umbrella for the girl, Venom holding all her shopping bags, and Venom stabilizing her on a tree while she reads a book, because he's the perfect boyfriend.
That's all. And if you think, he's very polite. So there's that scene where...
Apologize.
Yeah, apologize. He's angry. There's a scene where on their bike, and Tom Hardy goes...
apologize or I'll eat your kidneys, but yes.
But also, remember when he goes, thank you, and then Venom goes, welcome. And then there's another scene where Venom's like, oh, it was a very sensible thing to do. And then there's another scene where Venom goes, sure, I'm not unreasonable.
Or when they're in the car with her, and he says, did you ever apologize?
Yeah, so he gets him to apologize.
Might be the last time.
Venom he has very few, probably 20 lines in the movie. And at first he's all belligerent because he's trying to act cool. He's trying to, hey, I'm this tough alien.
He's trying to not be a loser this time.
Yeah, and then
that's
he's like,
your first impression.
Yeah, and he's like, wait, I'm not a loser here. I don't have to act anymore. And so they can go on talks about how he's going to bite people's arms and legs and faces off so they're turds in the wind. If he did that at his home planet, they'd be like, shut up, Venom.
So I will say this movie was brilliantly non-violent.
Yeah, I mean, just the head biting, no blood.
Yeah, I saw somebody call it a terrible action movie, and I think that person missed the point.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But so again, I took my 10-year-old son to see it in the theater because we're pretty I'm pretty liberal with what my kids can watch. And, you know, we have a pretty established rules of what we say and what we do as people. But when we watch things, and some things I'll screen first and whatnot. So, but then my daughter was addicted to the trailer.
Oh,
and
really?
So addicted to it. She was calling me a turd in the wind for months. And so when we got picked up the DVD, she was all excited about watching it. So I had to think for a second. Before you let your 8-year-old daughter watch Venom, you're like, well, let's just think this through. But there was implied violence, but the on-screen violence, like I said, there was no blood. The head-biting thing was always in shadows. They did a really good job of making this movie feel like a violent movie without actually having violence on screen.
And they always question it afterwards. Did you just eat a head? It's a sensational thing. It's not an okay thing.
And don't hurt cops. No more killing
There's
cops.
There's good people out there.
Right. I love the let's fight all their heads off and pile of heads and pile of bodies.
When you were talking about your kids watching it, the guy who did all the visual effects on this movie, he was talking about how he loved working on it. There's some very long. There's some very it's a very long interview. This is a guy who's worked on Interstellar, Dark Knight, massive movies with Christopher Nolan, and he said that he's like, I knew we had a potential hit on our hands when we put on the crew screenings and I took my kids to see it. At the end of the movie, I asked them what they thought. Normally, if they don't like a film, they just tell me how good my visual effects are because they're basically trying to say, Dad, we're trying to make you feel better about it. And he goes, and they just loved it. They had great big grins on their faces. My daughter, she's a teenager. She said, I'm going to get all my friends to go see this. He's like, this hasn't happened too often with the films that I've made. And it's not that I haven't worked on, obviously I've worked on some really good films, but this appeals to a different kind of audience. You could see it was going to take off and it will find an audience. This is a guy that's worked on Dark Knight and Interstellar, which I think is one of the most beautiful visual effects films I've seen in years. And he's saying this movie found an audience with teenagers and 10-year-olds and people like us.
I would say that this movie, as well as Aquaman, which I'm pretty in love with right now, followed the Richard Donner school of making a superhero movie where you take the material seriously, but you don't take yourself very seriously.
I think The Atlantic said it really well, and I love their movie reviews. They write some really interesting sentences, but
they're great writers.
They said it's the audience at Mystery Science Theater 3000 lobbing popcorn at the screen and begging the movie to hurry along to the goofy stuff. That's this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. You just want more Venom. You just want more.
You want him being funny and the two of them interacting.
I just like that Venom takes things really personally too, and he gets offended. Parasite.
Yeah, apologize.
All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, let's watch the goofy scenes in Venom, and when we come back, we'll talk more Venom. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I was just asked a quick question by a man walking down the street. Don't ask me how I got that question, but it may have something to do with me scouting locations for car washes. The question was by a man who I have never met, and he told me that if I gave him $50,000, I could make double in 3 months with this car wash because he has a patented system of soap and conditioner that uses itself like a wax, so you don't have to pay for the wax on the car, thus saving customers money while maximizing our inventory because we're not paying for wax. And this also allows people to move faster because they're not waxing, so we can churn more people out quickly.
Did he say that the soap and the conditioner worked in a symbiotic relationship?
He did. Wait, was that Venom I was talking to? Was that Barf? Wait, maybe. Did Barf leave me and take somebody else?
It definitely wasn't Dalek, because Dalek would have shot you.
Yeah.
Shot you.
So I think hey, Barf, are you still there? Barf left me, and he went on to someone else who almost sold me a car wash. He's good.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, but I think it's a good business model for anybody who's interested. But Megan had a quick question for me here, and she wanted to know if Deadpool and Logan paved the way for a movie like this. What do you think, Adam?
I want to say yes, but also this movie didn't go for the hard R.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it didn't, like I think Logan and Deadpool were both like, we're going to make the most rated R movie we can because it speaks to the character, but I think it attracted a certain audience. So like I work with youth, right? Like that's a big part of my job was working with youth in the church. And when the first Deadpool came out, every teenage guy, whether they were a comic fan or not, was like, we're going to go see this movie because it's rated R. Like that was the draw.
It was like 300.
It's just like 300. This is finally like, it's going to go there. And all it was just a comic movie with more swearing and more blood, which is fine. And it's hilarious. Actually, my daughter today, in talking about Venom, she put her head down and was very like, Dad, movies that have swearing are more funny.
Oh.
That was her like heartfelt confession. So I don't know if they paved the way for this movie. Maybe they could have paved the way for like an R-rated version of Venom, but that's not what we got. We got a much more fun, attainable movie.
Is this like a Guardians style?
Yeah, I think just maybe in general, because the tone of humor in Deadpool is just weirder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely some random stuff in there that you wouldn't put in a mainstream movie, but it worked there. And then this one, I mean, I never thought Turd in the Wind would work the way it does.
Well, I think those lines work because you have this big, larger-than-life monster that isn't making idle threats. He's gonna bite your face off. Like that's not a like. So adding the Turd in the Wind thing is just like, who at that moment, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm gonna say what I want because I'm gonna legit back this up.
Well, and there's that balance between this loser monster who will actually kill you, and then Tom Hardy's awesome reactions to everything. He has the most high-pitched screams.
Yeah.
He randomly, do not open the door. Huh?
Oh.
No.
The bathtub scream.
Oh, when he screams in the bathtub, that made me so happy.
When Tom Hardy chooses to take the elevator instead of jump out the window.
Oh my gosh, that line. So we watched this with my brother-in-law and sister. So we watched this with our Megan's parents, and we watched it with our brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And when that line came out, my brother-in-law basically screamed just like Tom Hardy did. Like he laughed he almost fell out of the couch.
It was pitch perfect.
Yeah, pitch perfect. I mean, and that's this is going to sound weird, but that's kind of a ballsy thing to say in that, like just that line. But it works so well. I think a lot of people could complain about it. Oh, that's an antiquated saying. But
I was watching it with my 10-year-old son, and I was like, now I have to explain what this word means, like why that. And my son said, did you just call him a wussy? I was like, yes, yes he did. Just called him a wussy.
One other thing that I really like about this movie, and I don't know if we've talked about this in the past. Maybe we did at the Comic-Con. I don't remember, but I've gone off on it a lot. And I'm really tired of CGI blobs fighting each other in films. So Man of Steel. I love Wonder Woman. It's one of my favorite superhero films, but the end CGI. Then you have the Iron Man at the end of Iron Man or Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3. I get very tired of CGI fistfights. But this movie, since Venom is a blob, it's a glob of goo. What did they call it? There's a very funny thing that they called it.
Oh, that was in the Atlantic.
Yeah, so a grumpy, goopy little extraterrestrial. That's what they called it. Yeah, isn't that perfect?
So good.
And so I started reading about this, and these people looked at, like the VFX people, they looked at slime molds, jellyfish, time-lapse photography of amoebas. They looked at eels. What?
So I saw a rig up of the cameras and there was a CNET interview with Paul Franklin. You mentioned him earlier, the VFX supervisor. He had at least four 5D Mark IV cameras positioned around the set, and they would take photos of the way Tom Hardy moved, just still shots, to be able to best track onto him because it was going to be such a complex visual rendering.
Wow. I mean, just that. I love the final fight between Riot,
yeah.
and Venom. I love the CGI gags. I loved when he does a mace with his hands or a knife, and Venom's like, "Told you, we have no chance." There's the funny bits, and they established Venom as the underdog, and that's what was really hard for them to do. Like, we have to make Venom the underdog in this, so they went out of their way to make the other creature really kind of like much bigger, primal, silver, like a different.
Well, he's the leader.
Yeah, but they did something to it that made it look just so much. It was bigger.
Oh, but, his look is supposed to be gunmetal.
Yeah, gunmetal. Oh, like a T-1000.
Right, and Venom says like we have no chance. It wasn't like you did.
Yep.
He says at hiding behind the shuttle at the end, he's like, "We're gonna fight this guy, but we've got no chance."
Doesn't he say before that, like, he's got shit you've never seen?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, it's, and then Tom Hardy's like, and he's like, I told you. Like,
and I love that immediately makes you like Venom because he's going in outmatched. So it creates this underdog, and you already know that they're losers. And normally I hate CGI blobs, but when they two form together, it makes sense to my brain. It's not two CGI creations punching each other in the face. It's two gloopy, gloppy, grumpy extraterrestrials blending into each other because that's what they are. And that CGI worked for me.
Remember the Ang Lee Hulk where he was fighting the water?
Yeah.
You're just punching in a water?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm on board with you that just give me a throwdown fight. Very visceral, right?
I kind of like the scenes when the symbiotes are separate from the people and they're either like sliding across the floor at them to go get them, or the one where Venom has been separated from Eddie in the MRI area and he looks sad. He's like going all over the glass trying to get to him, figuring out what's happening. He looks like a lost pet. So they have personality, and Paul Franklin even said they went with a more flamboyant and expressive style because of the humor in the movie. So they made the globby goop flamboyant and expressive.
That's awesome.
How do you even do that?
I also
it's genius.
Loved that scene where he was like trying to explain that his heart was atrophying. And so there's the doctor and the girl and the hero and then the voice in the hero's head all having a conversation together. Mm-hmm. Like I thought that was written very, very well and I think would be hard to follow in the scene when you were filming it.
Oh, I mean, it must have been a nightmare to film. Like, so Michelle Williams, all these actors, they had an earpiece in Tom Hardy's ear. He would record the dialogue, and on set, they would play that dialogue into his ear, and he would react to it. So Michelle Williams is not hearing anything. She just had to pull her Oscar-winning tricks from her bag and put up with it. And I think I listened to interviews with her, and she said it was thrilling. She's like, I have no idea where he's going. I don't know. He is very instinctual. So she's like, I just had to have fun. She's like, after a certain place, you just have to forget your blocking and forget other things and just go along with what this crazy man is doing.
Well, and the director said they pulled off essentially a coup getting her to do this, but she said she wanted to because she likes to do different styles she hasn't done before, and she can add this to her repertoire of acting skills.
She's awesome. She's cool in this movie.
She's way too good.
Do you put that on the resume where you're like, I can do live Shakespeare theater, I can do high intense drama, I can act opposite a silent symbiote in someone's head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a very specific acting talent.
I would put it on my LinkedIn.
And also, I really liked that is on my LinkedIn currently. It's a lie.
I would put just that on my LinkedIn.
And I would put car wash owner. looking for investors on mine as well. Yes. But I also like the scene where they separate Venom. Michelle Williams separates Venom from Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy says, "Oh, but I do like when Venom's like, I can fix it, like trying to convince him." But then Tom Hardy, with the biggest vein I've ever seen bulging from someone's neck, because he's a bulldog, goes, "What happened to we? Like, what happened?"
So sad.
Yeah, and he is sad that he thought he thought they were bonding, and then he thinks Venom turned on him.
It was the best breakup scene I've ever seen. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like a high school breakup.
And that's what the internet calls Simbrock shipping.
Simbrock. There's a thing, Simbrock. And some of the lines in this movie I want to use a lot. I'm going to say, what's tickling your pickle? When people ask me how I'm doing, I'm just going to be like, aches and pains. Aches and pains.
Aches and pains.
When he walks into that store, I'm going to use that. Just mark me.
Oh, I got a parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, after watching this for the first time, I said, I feel like Tom Hardy was playing Rocky Balboa in this movie.
You're right.
Like, hey, I got some aches and pains. You know, what's going to tickle the pickle today? Oh, hey. And just like how kind he is to like the people in the community.
Holy crap.
Very Rocky Balboa situation.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
The Atlantic referred to Eddie Brock as a weird dude. And then they later described the relationship as the joining of two eccentrics.
What? I love the Atlantic. The Atlantic review's great, and he was even nice to that woman who straight up fleeced him. She takes papers, and he has to give her money, and then he gives her a 20.
Yeah.
I would never do this because I haven't been fired from my job, lost my fiance, and been joined by a symbiote, and then eaten turkey, and then puked into a toilet in a very visceral throw-up scene. But I love how he goes from orange juice Tom Hardy to 2-beer Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah, we noticed that last night. Yeah. Didn't I say, hey, what did he grab from the fridge this time?
Yeah, 2 beers. I love every time he goes back in, he gets 2 beer. One to chug and one to sip.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's a chaser, right? You gotta...
I mean, if I wasn't worried about dehydration, headaches, and spending a lot of money... What's up?
Do we just gloss over the fact that as soon as he gets possessed by Venom, he starts grabbing 2 beers?
Yeah.
One for him, one for Venom.
Man. I don't know. We might have to watch this again.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, because, wow. And he starts craving, what is Venom?
Tater Tots.
Tater Tots. I've got a thing on this. Okay, so chocolate and tater tots. According to the 1995 miniseries, symbiotes need phenethylamine, probably butchered that, which is available in chocolate and brains.
In brains?
Yeah. What does he like
to
eat?
Those
Heads
are the 2
and
options?
Chocolate.
Wow.
Yes, those were the 2. Well, that's what it had in the trivia.
Why are they putting that in chocolate?
Also,
where are they getting it from?
I am very disappointed with the Tom Hardy tater eating. Tom Hardy tater, that needs to be a contest. But he shoves his mouth full of tater tots, but then he pours the rest on his face. He's like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin beers.
Well, I called it the Cookie Monster situation, where it's just more cookies fall on the ground than into the puppet's mouth.
He wasted a lot of tots.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite couldn't even eat tots.
I mean, to be fair, they were burned.
Yeah, well, not yet, though. He ate the frozen ones.
Yeah, those are the frozen ones. The burned ones, he just...
Oh, didn't they ended up getting knocked off the tray because of the intruders?
Yeah, and they said that fight scene
was... The SWAT team with the drones.
The like, faceless henchmen. Never be a henchman. But the stunt coordinators had an interesting thing about how they had to create a fight scene. So Upgrade, this is really weird. Upgrade's a 2018 movie that's basically the same as Venom, and it also stars Logan Marshall Green.
But not as good.
Who looks just like Tom Hardy. So Tom Hardy and not Tom Hardy were in 2 almost the same movies. But they had to build a fight scene where Venom was beating people up, but he didn't want to beat people up. So that's an interesting way to do it. Like, he doesn't want to. You know, like, that's an interesting thing to film or choreograph.
Yeah,
well, Eddie Brock does do a lot of apologizing to victims in this movie.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry. Boom, boom.
He raises his hands. Why are you doing that? You're making us look bad.
That to me was a scene to give him the Oscar for, where he's just putting his hands up and down.
Yeah, it's a very sensible thing to do.
Yes.
And then Venom looks at him and goes, pile of bodies, pile of heads.
That's my line. I love that. I will say this about the movie, and again, it's not a complaint about the movie. It's just a commentary on movies in general. I'm tired of drones in movies.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. It's a gag or a gimmick I've seen too often now, and you can buy them at Walmart, so they're not really that threatening.
I was like, what are these drones? Like, what, are they trying to explode on him? What? I'm not a droner. And so for me, I didn't really, I cared I didn't care at all. They were turds in the wind, the henchmen in this movie to me. But because of those chase scenes, we had my favorite line where after Tom Hardy wipes out, or Venom wipes out everyone on the awesome Ducati that he's riding around, and they actually use a 55-pound drone to get some of those shots, which is pretty cool. And
that's sweet.
When that's all done, Tom Hardy, this is like one of my favorite lines, where he's like, that was pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. Then a car hits him.
And then he gets smashed.
But the way Tom Hardy says it, that's really cool, actually.
My favorite line was when he was on that like buoy, and he's like, my legs are broken.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're not broken. I just love the sincerity in that line.
He really knocked this thing out. Tom Hardy, you could tell, just cared so deeply about this thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, do you think I don't like when he had to have killed a couple cops during that scene, right?
Well, no, there was some collateral damage.
He did say, don't kill cops, so he teaches Venom that.
Yeah, that's the whole...
That was the moral story of this movie.
The moral ambiguity.
Yeah, I just didn't like SWAT team members who were doing their job. These guys weren't hired. They weren't the mercenaries. They were a real SWAT team. And they're getting beat up by Venom. Well, I felt bad for Venom.
I mean, there's a lot of themes of moral ambiguity in this movie. The main villain from the Life Foundation, he's the, essential scientist, where he's wanting to save all of our race, and he's willing to kill 15 people. And there's a lot to be said for that commentary. So, if he cures cancer, is killing 15 people all that bad? So there's this sort of moral ambiguity there. And Venom's
biting heads off.
It's
bad guys.
Similar, but completely different.
But it's kind of like, how do you know who is a bad guy? Who do you does this bad guy deserve to become a turd in the wind?
Well, you know, because you just intuit it.
An armless, legless thing rolling down the street. Armless, legless, faceless thing.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Oh, I love when Riot appears to Tom Hardy, goes, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But he says it so fast. And then...
Yeah. Riot looks essentially the same as Venom. A little rougher around the edges, but essentially the same.
And I love when we meet Michelle Williams' Venom. But
what are your thoughts on She-Venom?
My favorite line comes before that, where Tom Hardy just makes a comment about how far they're walking him. He's like, you're going to walk me to death? That's like a play on... Let's take him to an easily escapable situation. So it's just Tom Hardy quoting on that. And I thought that was a really fun line. And I liked She-Venom. I like Michelle Williams as Venom She.
I think they nailed She-Venom. And there was a cover of one of the Venom series that has She-Venom on it. And there's a scene in the movie where they revealed her that was an homage to that comic book, and it was the Sinner Takes All series, and
is Venom
they've
worth reading?
nailed it. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, they said it was a big Easter egg for fans, and all the production staff was really excited about She-Venom, and they were hoping it wasn't going to get spoiled.
She was cool, and then at the end she's like, I liked it.
Yeah, no, well, why wouldn't you?
Can we talk about that kiss?
Oh yeah.
That was your friend's idea.
Yeah, that was your friend's idea. I do like, though, that... So Tom Hardy takes this long walk. I keep going back to this, but I just found another line I like, where they take that long walk, and then he goes to try to fight the guy, but then the guy beats him up, and then Tom Hardy goes, I guess it pays to be a specialist. That's a funny line. Like, that guy's
a hilarious line.
He's a specialist henchman, and he beat the crap out of Tom Hardy, so I guess it pays to be a specialist. This is a well-written movie, so all these things that say it's not that good...
clearly weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
But we've seen that. I mean, we've watched so many great TV shows, and the critics checked out after the first episode. They just got turned off by one thing, and they've given the whole thing a bad rap.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No, it's... This movie...
is a delight.
It's a delight. I don't think there's anything I would change. Other than the drones, that's such a small thing. There's nothing I would change about it. If it was a perfect world, I would have had a Tom Hardy... Sorry, not Tom Hardy. Who's the Spider-Man kid?
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland. I would have had a Tom Holland, like, even on TV cameo, just to tie together, like, it's possible these two could coexist.
Oh, that would be amazing.
But other than that, I wouldn't change a thing.
I think
they intentionally stayed away from New York. I think they intentionally stayed away from, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe's stomping grounds so that they could retroact this into the universe. I think.
Technically they could have run into Ant-Man and the Wasp. They're in San Fran.
Oh my gosh.
I wish they would have just rolled by Scott's house.
Yeah, and Scott's playing drums. He's just playing drums and Venom rides by in the background.
That'd be fantastic.
Now, I want to ask you guys one thing. This is probably the biggest question, and I just want to get honest answers from you. So Jenny Slate's a character in this, very funny. She's in Parks and Rec. A lot of this movie, she's wearing an infinity scarf. Would you have preferred it if she was just wearing a regular scarf or an infinity scarf in this movie?
Well, I think it's a secret tie-in to the Infinity Wars, and maybe,
Oh my gosh.
there's a lost Infinity Stone in that infinity scarf.
Whoa.
Yeah. Infinity scarves bother me. I don't get them on a level.
They're a little bit tricky to wear too.
Was that your high school yearbook quote?
No, it goes back to 2 Christmases ago when I was shopping for my wife. And I get into this awkward thing where I'm like, I find myself in like the ladies' clothing section, and I'm like, I don't know sizes and I don't know. And so then this lady worked really hard to try to sell me on an infinity scarf. And I was like, but wouldn't a regular scarf make more sense? Like, it's more of a tried and tested model, and it's not as confusing. And she was like, no, these are great because they go for it. Like, it's a continuous loop. And I was like, so she was trying very hard to sell me on the infinity scarf versus a regular scarf. I ended up buying a shawl, but since then I've just hated the idea.
A car wash?
I mean, I do have a couple that I struggle with. One of them isn't quite voluminous enough, so it kind of lays too flat.
Is that the Doctor Who one I got you? Oh, no.
And another one is so fluffy that it feels like it's choking you when you wrap it around yourself again. So I always feel suffocated. I don't like turtlenecks. No, so you're right. They're a tricky piece of clothing. Yeah.
Like Mitch Hedberg said, a turtleneck feels like a very weak person choking you at all times.
Mitch Hedberg is the funniest man to ever walk our planet.
Yes, Megan, if you and I could high five each other, like if we were both Mr. Fantastic, I'd high five you right now.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Internet high five. Put your hand to the screen.
Internet high five. I've just broken my computer here. So I hit it very hard.
I just watched one of his things over Thanksgiving with my stepdad. It's amazing. Just hearing him laugh made me so happy. All right, so go for it. Go for it.
No, I was gonna make a Mitch Hedberg thing, but I love it when he says, "How do you feel about frilly toothpicks?" I'm for 'em. I die every time.
I loved the one about stairs and escalators, but I was at the airport this week, and unfortunately an escalator was legitimately broken. The whole top was missing, and it was still running, so it was not stairs.
Oh!
You would have died if you tried to get it.
Sorry for the convenience.
I know, I was a little bit sad. I was like, this doesn't work right now.
I take a picture of every escalator I see that isn't working. I'm obsessed with that. All right, so... final thoughts before Venom, before we put together our squad that can defeat Thanos.
Right. I would say Venom. If you can't have fun watching Venom, you can't have fun.
Yep. Megan?
Watch it. I mean, it's just too much fun. We're probably going to go watch it after this.
Yep. We're going to grab 2 beers. We're going to go watch it. And my final thought on Venom is barf by a car wash.
Oh, stop. So, wait, do you,
Shameless goes into business for himself at the end there.
So, Ruben Fleischman, the director, his goal was to make a really fun, crowd-pleasing ride. Mission accomplished?
He succeeded.
More than accomplished.
He hit 11 on the 10 scale.
Yes.
He did.
All right, so... what we're going to do right now is we're going to each pick, 5 characters from any superhero movies, whatever villains, and then we're going to pick 5 and we're going to narrow it down to 5 to form a squad that can defeat Thanos.
Right. On the first attempt.
On the first attempt.
No end games here, just for first attempt.
First attempt. They will get the heart. They won't miss. Or they will pull the gauntlet off.
So does that rule out Doctor Strange? Because technically he doesn't have to do anything on the first attempt.
Yeah. So I ruled out anybody who was in that first movie because clearly they did not make the cut.
Yeah, I got no one in there either.
Wait, what are the rules again?
All right, so it doesn't matter. The rules are that there's no rules.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so can I go first?
I'd love you to go first.
Please do.
Okay, so I am going to pick Darcy Lewis, Kat Dennings from the Thor movies.
Okay.
Not because she could defeat Thanos. I just think her character carried Thor 2, and I'd like to see her engaged in a battle with Thanos with much more powerful people around her. Because she survived some pretty big situations, and she got in there and she helped.
Yeah, and Kat Dennings is just a riot to be around.
Yeah.
So we have 4 other slots in our team if she makes the final cut. Where I think that's more than enough hero power to make room for a little bit of just like humanizing comic relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing to the table.
Exactly. We just need Kat running around. So
my wife and I, our go-to date movie is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist because she's so adorable in that movie.
You like the music?
I love it all. I'm a guitar guy, right? So that's where I go.
Nice. All right. So who's your character?
So my first character is Billy Zane's The Phantom.
Yes.
Because I feel like with his magic skull rings all together, that would be an artifact amulet that would counteract the Infinity Gauntlet.
Wow, so this is crazy. I have another Adam on this podcast, Adam Clement, and we did a Batman Returns podcast, and I said, what are your favorite superhero movies? And he said The Phantom is one of his favorite.
Absolutely.
So the Adams have voted for The Phantom. I love it.
Love The Phantom.
Who you got, Meg?
All right, so my first pick is, I'm going to go different on you because I did not have a list ready, and I'm going to treat this as a listener question. Elektra.
Ooh.
Elektra Nachios?
As Black Sky.
Ooh.
Because she had some serious power there, and the show got canceled before we knew what was going to happen, and who knows what she's capable of.
And I liked that actress a lot. She was really cool.
Well, she's awesome.
Oh, okay. Man. Do you like the Daredevil Netflix show?
I loved it. I hated Iron Fist, and the other 2 were okay, but Daredevil was I was all about that.
All about it. All right, so right now we have Kat Dennings. I'm just gonna call her Kat Dennings, Elektra Nachos, and Billy Zane. And this is the thing: our team wins, so our 5 are gonna win no matter what. So
no, 100%.
All right, cool. All right, so my next one is I went practical because I just think this guy could beat Thanos no matter what. I just picked Magneto.
Okay, very good.
It doesn't matter which one.
Solid.
It could be Ian McKellen. It could be Fassbender. I like both of them. But
it's definitely McKellen.
McKellen. McKellen could just scrunch that gauntlet.
Well, he's got all the experience at that point, too.
Yeah, anything that Thanos wears would just go through him.
Well, I also feel like McKellen was the better recruiter, so he could almost recruit Thanos to be part of the team, just like, give me the gauntlet. Okay, like, you know what I mean? He's got that... Fassbender's still young in that journey.
He talked Dark Phoenix into joining him, and she was docile, and she's a powerful creature.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful. All right, I love it. So who do you got?
Okay, so my next poll is a little bit different, but not super different. But I would say Hellboy.
Oh.
Because again, it's bringing somebody from a different realm with different rules apply, right? We never really know how much Hellboy's powers are, and then when he gets his full horns and the fire thing, like, he works on a whole different. You got to change the game with Thanos. You can't come to him with like punches and kicks like Captain America was doing. You got to bring something he's not going to see, and I don't think he's going to see a demon from a different dimension.
I guarantee if Hellboy did hit Thanos would lose a tooth.
Yeah, and that's all. That's all you got to do, right? Just make him bleed.
Oh my! I love that. And he has his big gun too, and he likes cats, so I'm all for it. All right, Megan, who you got?
All right, so the next person on my list is Legion.
Oh goodness!
Because he's the uber powerful son of Professor X, and come on, he can control the time-space continuum almost.
Do you watch Legion, Adam?
I haven't got around to it yet.
You have to have a lot of time on your hands.
Megan, it's in our top 2.
And not be tired.
It's a show that's tough to watch because you have to watch it. The guy who made it, Noah Hawley, did Fargo, and it's so visually immersive and weird and just non-linear.
And everything connects to something else.
Everything connects, and it's beautifully filmed, and it's very stylish, and you just have to watch it. Man, I think I think Legion would rip up.
David Haller.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got Legion. All right, is it whose turn is it?
It's your turn, Mark.
All right, so, oh gosh, who am I gonna? My list is crazy here. So I'm gonna throw something fun in there because I liked her a lot in Deadpool 2. I'm gonna go with Domino.
Okay.
Oh, I thought about her.
She doesn't. It's all luck.
Hey, she's lucky.
Yeah. Nothing happens to her in Deadpool 2.
No, she just walks around.
And she's funny. So that's a great pull. All right, cool. Who you got?
My third pick, I picked Plastic Man.
What?
Well, remember, like in the early '90s when Plastic Man was the most powerful member of the Justice League?
No.
Oh, that was a thing for a while. But he does this thing where he always just disguises himself as like tables and lamps and things. I think he would just disguise himself as the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos will put that on, think he's winning the whole time, but it's just Plastic Man. And then in a very, like, you don't even know he's in the fight until, boom, he just comes out of Thanos' hand and punches him in the face.
So is Thanos taking a shower and he takes off the gauntlet?
Yeah, clearly he's got to wash the
well, no, isn't
couple muscles, right?
Isn't it something about the metal in the gauntlet that was forged on that star that allows the snap to happen with all the stones together? So if it was Plastic Man, he snaps and nothing happens, and he just gets so mad.
You should have aimed for the heart. And then nothing happens?
And then Thor thunks him in the head, and he's like, crap, I'm dead.
And then the gauntlet stays there, but just Plastic Man's head emerges out of it, and he winks, and then it does a Looney Tunes kind of like, whoop, it just goes to black and do a little da-da-da-da-da, and that's the end of the movie.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, I love that. All right, who you got, Meg?
Wait,
is it my turn? Oh, gosh. Wait, I just said Domino.
No, you had Domino, Plastic Man, it's next turn.
All right, so my next choice is Shuri.
Ooh,
from
Shuri.
Black Panther, because I'm pretty sure if you gave her enough time, she could invent something to kill Thanos. And she's a genius.
I'm just raising my hand politely over here in Canada. Wasn't she in the fight?
You over there in the back.
Wasn't she in the fight that lost against Thanos, though?
She did work the impossible, though, because she did back up. She backed up
Vision.
Yeah, Vision. Her job, she did.
Okay, so I apologize. If the Vision nonsense wouldn't have been there, she would have been in the fight, and then she would have defeated Thanos. Vision's the villain of that movie.
They gave her
yes, he is.
an impossible job, and she did it. She's like, there's 7.3 trillion, billion, quadrillion car wash
data points in his body.
And she figured them all out, and that's going to come to play. So she did her job.
Well, I have an alternate. If she is not useful, we're going to go with Goose from Captain Marvel, the cat, because he's a super powerful alien.
Goose the cat.
When you said Goose, I was like, the sidekick from Top Gun? Or maybe the sidekick from Mad Max. I'm like, which Goose is it? But you went with the right one.
Oh, so are you doing Shuri or Goose the cat?
Because let's go with Goose.
All right.
Because when I see a poster and I see the Funko lineup for a movie, the most excitable thing for me is obviously the cat. That's nice, Captain Marvel, but look at the cat.
Yeah, give me the cat. All right,
that's fantastic.
I got one that's gonna blow everyone's mind, and it's Luis from Ant-Man.
Oh, you're a Luis.
He is my favorite MCU character.
Fan.
Yeah,
hands down. And he knows people who knows people. So if you need anything, he knows somebody, and that means we get our favorite people mining his super fast dialogue. And after watching all the Marvel movies, he has, I know you're like, punches don't really work against Thanos, but he hasn't been hit by Luis. And Luis has a 100% one punch knockout rate in his movies. He has knocked out 3 people with one punch easily. They go down. And he said that the guy that punched Scott Lang in Ant-Man, remember their buddies in prison? Luis knocked that guy out too. So he's 4 for 4.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm following.
Imagine if he got the Captain America powers instead of Captain America.
Captain America powers.
So it would be such a better boom.
People's heads would be flying off.
People would be very offended.
He would punch heads into Venom's mouth.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
All right, who you got?
Okay, so I've got one on my list, but I have an asterisk beside it.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm willing to take him off because he's not technically a superhero.
Uh-oh.
Mark just picked Luis, so I think you're safe.
But I'm saying Mr. Miyagi.
I think it counts.
From the original Karate Kid. Because he's mistaken for Spider-Man. When Daniel comes home from the Halloween dance and he's attacked by all the skeleton crew.
Yeah.
And Mr. Miyagi just destroys all. When the 50-year-old man beats up a bunch of teenagers, Daniel is like all concussed because he got thrown off his BMX bike. And he's like, oh, like Spider-Man was here, I think. So he's got the superhero credibility, but also the man's untouchable. He's never in 3 movies of just irritating bad guys. He's never even taken a punch. He just keeps moving.
Wow.
So I think that he just would do the passive aggressive kind of like nonviolent resistance Gandhi thing until he got the Infinity Gauntlet off.
I love it. That's brilliant. And would he get a suit? What do you think Iron Man would hook him up with a suit?
No, he wants to be comfy. He's got his robes.
I think Tony would be like, here you go, man. I got you the suit. And he's like, oh, no. Like he'd say something wise. Suit only good for a wedding or something. Like he'd say something clever, right?
Yeah. I love it. Megan, who you got?
Cable.
Ooh.
He can
Josh
time
Brolin
travel.
against Josh Brolin.
He's got that.
Oh.
Exactly. Thank you. He's got that awesome gun, which has all the cool levels. We don't know what that thing could do. He could go to the future, get weapons, and come back.
I like that.
Because Deadpool fixed his time travel machine.
But that cool gun, didn't he build that out of guns available now? Didn't he take like 8 2018 guns and make one 2030 gun?
I do not remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But he looked cool and like he was having fun while he was shooting it.
And he just was...
it's a Fender twin amplifier knob on that gun that goes and turns it up. It's
Really?
from a guitar amplifier. Yeah.
So maybe he did build it there. Maybe he couldn't travel back with that.
Well, then he's also a genius scientist.
Yeah.
No, I'm for him 100%. I just wanted to make sure you were aware he did not bring that gun with him.
Well, if he can build something in the time that we're in, perfect.
All right. I'm going to go with... It's my turn, right?
No.
Oh, whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Hela from Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Because I don't see how anything could beat her.
What about that fire demon?
But she was taking it to him. Like, they were...
Yeah.
Like, she shoots massive sticks into people.
I love that movie.
Because the fire demon... Sorry, go ahead, Megan. I cut you off.
Oh, no. I love the movie. I just feel like we never got to explore her full potential because she's awesome.
Yeah.
But she didn't lose, but she lost her powers when Asgard fell.
Oh.
So maybe...
So the fire demon didn't beat her, it beat Asgard.
Oh.
She would have destroyed that thing.
But Adam, Asgard is a place in our hearts. It's where the people are.
She learns that.
Yeah, and in the very next movie, it's just a bunch of dead guys on a ship.
She meets Mel Brooks, and he's like, the Schwartz, like, it's not the ring.
Right.
It's in you.
So do you want to stick with Hela, or do you want the fire demon?
Yeah, no, that got blown up. But there's no more Asgard, so I can't use her.
Well, you could use the fire demon.
I'm going to switch Hela out, because you're right, there's no more Asgard, because we're still sticking with that. And I'm just going to add Justin Hammer from Iron Man 2.
Did you read my paper?
No, I had him right here.
You literally just stole my next one.
Right there. Justin Hammer, so he can get everyone weapons that are defective.
That's a terrible reason.
But those defective weapons...
There are so many better reasons to pick Justin Hammer.
Was dancing. His defective weapons might work, though, in a weird way that Thanos isn't prepared. Thanos is like, I am prepared for elite weapons. And then you use Justin Hammer weapons on him? Who knows?
So are you suggesting Justin Hammer would sell Thanos an Iron Man style suit that would then break Thanos' back?
Yes.
He's a great speaker. He could convince anybody of anything, and also he could pull off some awesome dance moves. There's so many ways he could distract.
Thanos throwing stuff at him, and he's just dancing while Thanos spins and gets his back broken.
I need to interject here, Megan. So far in this pod, I've enjoyed your company and getting to know you. Did you just say that Justin Hammer was a great speaker who could convince people of anything?
Yes.
Because I don't believe a word that Sam Rockwell has ever said since that movie.
This thing blows up the bunker beneath the bunker that you just blew up.
Yeah.
It's the bunker buster.
But he sells those things. That's the thing. So wait, he sells he could sell car washes because he sells. He sells effective weapons.
Justin Hammer, spick and span cars is maybe the best thing for him to do right now.
All right, who's next? Adam?
So this is our final one here.
Yep.
And I feel like Megan's going to feel like I'm stepping on her toes a little bit here.
Well, did you also pick Justin Hammer?
No, I picked Jonah Hex.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Another Josh Brolin character.
Threat.
I like this.
A triple threat. And only based on the fact that, first off, movie quality aside, Jonah Hex is a badass character. But in that movie, there were no rules to logic at all. So on paper, Thanos should win. However, there's no rules when Jonah Hex is involved.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
the wild card.
Oh my god.
The Red Sand wild card.
I love it. Jeez. And give him a second chance. Give Brolin a second chance. All right, Meg, who you got? Uh-oh, Meg, I stole Justin Hammer. Meg's frustrated.
She's scrambling.
All right, so do we want to just call it here and we'll pick the 5 from what we have?
Well, I'm going to buy Megan a couple seconds here because another thing that Jonah Hex could do was, remember that movie he gained the power to breathe life into corpses?
Oh my gosh, yeah. He could raise an army.
He could breathe on the dust of other fallen Avengers.
Just bring them back?
Raise them back up.
Oh my god.
And therefore break the time-space continuity of the Infinity Gauntlet and just, reverse everything.
So with that theme, I'm going to go with Jean Grey, the Phoenix, because she's going to take Thanos' snap into dust and go, oh wait, here I am reborn again.
I'm back.
How literal.
Right.
I loved her. X2, that scene with her in it. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's a good one. We have 15. Does anybody have all right, how many do we want to pick? 5? Do we want to pick more? What do we want to do? How many people are in the Avengers?
I think there are how many main characters in Avengers?
Well, let's narrow
36.
it down.
36 main Avengers.
Let's nail this.
I think we're good with 15.
Let's go to 7. Let's knock it down to 7. How's that
we
sound?
can do that, no problem.
All right.
Yep.
I will happily. I mean, I love Luis, but he's just gonna punch him. I can get rid of Luis.
Right.
He's my favorite Marvel character, but he's not necessary.
Right. I will happily take Mr. Miyagi off the table because I get that he's past his prime and he's not really a superhero per se.
I will very begrudgingly let go of Cable, but it's one fewer Josh Brolin that we'll have to enjoy.
No, okay. I'm a little upset about that because I was really hoping the Josh Brolin team up would get this thing done.
Well,
it's just Legion is a bit too powerful to give up.
No, your logic is right. Your heart's in the wrong place.
I know. Ask Mark. I'm just a little bit too practical.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at a few that let's see. I'm gonna get rid of Justin Hammer too. I'm gonna do it.
That's wise. That's wise.
So right now we're down to.
I mean, Megan's getting rid of Cable, and you're like, I guess I'll get rid of Justin Hammer.
This is life here.
Now that leaves us though with the only comic relief being Kat Dennings.
I think we should gold standard lock her down.
Okay, gold standard lockdown Kat Dennings.
I will give up Jean Grey.
All right, you'll give up Jean. Oh no, she's a Phoenix, and she's
she.
All right, so right now
it's okay, guys. I've got Legion and I've got Elektra.
Right now we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're down to 10, so we have 3 left to lose. We have Billy Zane, Elektra, Kat Dennings, Magneto, Hellboy, Legion, Domino, Plastic Man, Goose the Cat, and Jonah Hex. And you know what? I can lose Magneto.
Really?
Do you guys not agree with that?
I think we need to gold standard Magneto as well because the Infinity Gauntlet is made of metal.
I think you should be a bit more practical about this one.
Well, can we? Does anybody have some hard that they want to stay? Like, is there a hard stay?
Legion.
Okay. What about you,
Legion. Adam? I'm going Plastic Man.
I think that's solid.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And we need another Brolin, so I'm happy to keep Jonah Hex.
He made the cut.
Yeah. So right now we have left Billy Zane, Elektra, Black. I would like the gold standard Black Sky.
Yeah, we're not getting rid of Elektra.
All right.
No,
so
100%.
Because, cat
The cat can go before Elektra.
Okay, so Goose the cat is gone.
Well, I said it can go. I didn't say it had to
go. So right now we have...
That was pretty quick.
We have six people. We have Elektra, Black Sky, Kat Dennings, Magneto, Legion, Plastic Man, and Jonah Hex. Who we have left is the Phantom, Hellboy, Domino, and Goose the cat. What's your heart saying, Megan?
Out of Phantom, Hellboy, and Goose the cat.
And Domino.
Domino.
What's your heart saying, Adam?
Here's what my heart is saying. The movie I want to see is the one with Domino, where she's just walking around and like hell's breaking loose, and she's just like doing her nails and stuff, and nothing's bothering her.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. All right. So let's keep Domino, and then what we're left with is Elektra.
So that's 7.
Yep.
Isn't that 7? Yeah, that's the team.
We have Elektra, Black Sky, Nachios. We have Kat Dennings. We have Magneto. We have Legion. We have Domino, Plastic Man, and Jonah Hex. So we all got well, I mean, Megan's I think was the best here. Megan got 2. Oh wait, I got 3. I was gonna cut all my people. I was gonna cut Magneto, guys.
Yeah, we stopped it from being
hard
ridiculous.
Pass on that.
Now, is there anybody so since there's so many Avengers, is there anybody you would add? Let's add some more people. Like, is there one person that got cut that we didn't feel like should get cut? Adam, you lost a lot of people.
Cable.
Who do you think, Adam? Do you want back?
I got Jonah Hex in there, and I got Plastic Man in there, which really were the dogs I wanted to bring to the fight. I would say put Cable back in there so he can stand back to back with Jonah Hex and fire off huge guns.
We can have...
I want that poster in my bedroom.
Pre-workout rehab Josh Brolin with super fit Josh Brolin back to back.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It'll keep him out of the sauce forever.
Listen to this team we have. Elektra Nachios, Kat Dennings, Magneto, Legion, Domino, Plastic Man, Jonah Hex, and Cable. The X-Men are the non-MCU side's really represented here.
Can we also agree that after this fight, Kat Dennings and Plastic Man would definitely fall in love?
Yeah.
I just see that as a very real situation happening.
Now, you don't think she'd be following Cable around?
Oh man, would she like?
Maybe, but that there's an age gap there that makes me uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I mean he's still definitely pining after his wife.
There's a real Glenn Miller, Tanya Tucker thing happening there, which I'm not comfortable with.
If anybody here gets together, it would definitely be Dennings and Plastic Man. Does Dennings have an intern? Because she had an intern in Thor 2.
Maybe she does.
Could her intern...
I'm going to say yes, she does.
Okay.
Played by Michael Cera.
And we'll just add Michael. What's his character's name?
Maybe he's just Michael Bluth. Like, just go.
And Michael Bluth. That's our super squad.
Yeah.
I love it.
Who do you think, if this was going to be a movie, Plastic Man is the only one that hasn't been played by an actor. Who would you cast as Plastic Man?
Oh my gosh. Selfishly?
What does he look like and do? I can't really picture
I would do Aiden Christian. I'm sorry. Who's the guy who did the guy in Black Klansman and Kylo Ren? Adam Driver or Hayden Christensen?
Can I throw something out there that's really just going to blow your mind right now? So Adam Pawley was the cameraman in Iron Man 3, and he's been reminding the Russo brothers that he could come back and save everything in the Avengers. I think Plastic Man was secretly Adam Pawley.
The cameraman from Iron Man 3?
From Happy Endings.
Oh, I like that.
Fantastic. I always thought that Jay Baruchel would do it.
Oh, what do you think, Meg? Jay Baruchel? She gave me the nod of approval. All right, Jay Baruchel. Plastic Man.
Yeah, Mark wanted to eliminate Magneto, but he got real serious about casting for Plastic Man. So I'm so confused.
But casting for Plastic Man is kind of important. You know what's going to happen eventually.
This Plastic Man, I love it.
I mean, Shazam is happening. Plastic Man could definitely happen.
Shazam is happening. So Shazam filmed a scene across from my church in Newmarket.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. At the McDonald's.
I'm happy for Zachary Levi. I think he's going to do great.
No, I have been a fan of his ever since Chuck, man. That guy was brilliant.
So I'm looking at this list, and I know we put together a jokey list, but we have Legion, who's...
I was not joking. A jokey list?
Oh, well,
yeah,
we weren't joking.
There, sir.
So we could win this. because we have Legion, who's the most powerful mutant on Earth.
You took my one joking option from me, and I got serious.
And then we have Magneto, who could crush that. Plastic Man could switch out on that. You have Domino, who won't die. You have the Joker. Right. You have a Black Sky, like badass zombie ninja. I don't know. I think Legion could probably just wipe out Thanos on his own.
Probably.
So everyone else is hanging out eating pizza.
And the Brolins can just... Yeah, Brolins are just cutting wise.
just talking about how bad Jonah Hex is, and like, oh man, I need to get it with you guys.
He's just holding guns and flexing.
My favorite thing that Josh Brolin ever said when he was doing press for True Grit was when he was like, oh, if these guys would have directed Jonah Hex, it would have got the Oscar.
Yeah. I mean, he did No Country for Old Men with them. That's a Western-esque type film, a neo-Western.
Yep.
And you know, Fassbender is in
everything.
Jonah Hex.
Yes, he's in everything.
Jonah Hex has a heck of a cast.
Literally everything.
But Jonah Hex also had
Lance Reddick.
But Joe Bluth was in it.
Oh yeah, Will Arnett.
Will Arnett was in it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And, I just watched a trailer for that movie.
Yeah, and so was Tom Wopat from Dukes of Hazzard.
Random cast.
So weird.
All right, so we have two Josh Brolins battling to Josh Brolin. I mean, we're winning this. I'm very happy.
Actually,
I mean, 2 Josh Brolins are clearly greater than 1.
Yeah.
We have numbers on our side. We have the math.
The Brolin factor.
Brolin factor. I wish his dad was
squared.
Brolin. So we're happy with this. We're good.
I'm very happy with this. But what I would like to suggest after this pod that we somehow make up rules for maybe next time we get together and talk. But you know how there's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
I think that for any villain in any movie, story, whatever, there's how many Brolins will it take to defeat them? And so that's the Brolin factor.
Oh, all right. At the end of every pod, we're going to do this.
How many Brolins?
Like, so we're talking about Peter Rabbit.
How many Brolins would it take to bring down Donald Gleason?
Yes. Without killing him.
I would say probably half a Brolin.
Yeah. Oh, but we got to pick the Brolins who would do it.
I think a text from Brolin.
A sternly worded text.
Well, that's fun. So we'll do that on Peter Rabbit. We'll really, like, I'm gonna go deep into the Brolin filmography, and I'm gonna come up with the perfect answer for this.
Right? Because it's like Brolin from Goonies. Could he pull it off?
Oh,
probably.
Man. I don't know, man. Donald survived mass electricity. He's not. All right, let's save this for the pod. Save it for the pod. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for talking about Venom. So stay tuned for a few weeks from now when we cover Peter Rabbit. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Megan Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. Buy a car wash.
Tater Tots and chocolate.
Tater Tots and chocolate.